In this video, let's try to name all these organic compounds. But before I proceed, I would advise you to pause this video first, then name all these compounds. Once they are done, then resume back to this video, at least to learn, in case you make a mistake or in case your naming is wrong. So let's start with the number one. The number one compound says that CH3, CH2, another CH2, C, then this H can be here. Have our whole H here bonded with C and 3 CH3. Let me put the first CH3 here, the second CH3 here, and the third CH3 according to the question. For this compound to have OH, definitely it is an alkynyl group. Okay, so next thing is that let's look for the longest carbon atom, known as the parent chain. So the longest carbon atom here is going to be okay, something like this, because this is the longest. That's 6. That's 6. Remember that if I take the longest chain like this as well, so it's still going to be 6. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I also take it down, something like this, it will still be 6. So I have the longest carbon as 6. Remember that if you have it as 6, now that is what? Hex. Something like hex, 6 carbon hex. So, and then what is the functional group? The functional group is OH. As you can see, it's a functional group is OH. So, now let's count. Functional group is OH. That means it's an whole, alkynyl. So let's count on what carbon is OH found. Remember that one of the rules is that when you want to count, you start counting start counting the carbon atom closer to the functional group. So I should start from here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4, I have OH, but coming from here, 1, 2, 3. So I have 3. So what I'm going to do is that I will identify the carbon position of where the functional group is, and that is what? X3 or exam 3 or okay, or probably you say 3 hexanol. Okay, so what are the substituents in this compound? So I have one substituent here, that is CH3, another substituent here, that is CH3. So I have 2 methyl group in this particular compound. So, and the substituents are located at carbon number 2, because I started my counting from here. This is my carbon 1, this is my carbon 4, my carbon 5, and carbon 6. So then I have 2 substituents, 2 methyl group there. So then I'm going to name it as 2,2-di. You are going to use the prefix of di, since the substituents are 2. So I have it as 2,2-dimethyl 3-hexanol. So that is the name of this particular compound for number 1. Now let's go to number 2. So looking at compound number 2, is just CH3, CH2, CH2, and COOH. Looking at this compound, it has a functional group of carboxylic. That is what? COOH. So meaning that it's going to be something like alkanoic. Is an alkanoic compound. So something like it can either be maybe metanoic, propanoic, but it will have something a suffix of what? Of noic. Okay. So what is the longest chain do we have? What longest chain do we have here? Looking at this, we have our longest chain like this. So this is carbon. This is our carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 carbons there, and that is what? Boots. So that is going to be boots, or we call it butane. Okay, any other substituent? No. Any other thing? No. So then let's put the functional group there. That makes it noic. So we have it as butanoic. And remember that all carboxylic acid, all carboxylic are what? The organic acid. So this is a butanoic acid. Okay, so that is for question number 2. Now let's go to question number 3. So for question number 3, the compound is we have carbon there. As you can see that carbon, it has three things: 2 CH3 with 1 hydrogen. So let me put the first CH3 here, let me put the hydrogen here, and let me put the second CH3 here. So that is what that carbon has. So followed by CH2. So the next carbon has CH2. Let me put one H here, and then the second H here. And then it has COOH. That is a carboxylic functional group. Okay. So it has COOH, and that's a carboxylic functional group. So I already know that it's going to be noic, like the example 1, like the example 2. Okay, but let me look for the longest carbon atom, known as my parent chain. Okay, so to make it easier, the longest carbon atom here is going to be from here to this place. So it's going to be from here to this place. I can as well take it from here to this place. So that's going to be four carbon atom. But if I want to start my numbering, I'll start it from here, because you have to start your counting from the carbon atom attached to the functional group. So I have this carbon here as carbon 1, this one here is 2. If I'm taking this guy here, this will be my 2, this will be my 3, and here is my 4. Okay, so after taking this, remember that I have this guy left out, CH3. So this is going to be my substituent. All right, so now since I have 4 carbon and I have a functional group of what? Noic. So that's going to be butanoic. So I have the parent name as butanoic acid. So I have it as butanoic acid. Now, what about the substituent I have? I have just one methyl group substituent. So it's located at what carbon? If you start the counting again, you will notice that this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. On number 3, I have methyl here. So on this carbon number 3, I have a methyl. That is going to be 3-methyl. So that's the name, 3-methyl butanoic acid. Again, 3-methyl butanoic acid, and that is the name of this particular compound. Okay, now let's move to question number 4. So for question number 4, the compound is this. We have CH3 here attached with C, carrying C2H5. Then I have hydrogen here. So looking at this place, I have hydrogen here, also CH3, single bond, and I have C here, triple bonded with C and then H. Okay, so looking at this, you can actually see that I have an alkyne. As an alkyne, because of this functional group I have here, which is the triple bond. So that's an alkyne functional group. So I already know that I'm working with alkyne. All right, now let me identify my parent chain, that is the longest carbon atom. So if let me look at it, the best one for me to use is from this place, and here. So this is the best one for me to use. This is the longest, because if I take the carbon atom like this, this is going to be, let's count this. This is going to be we have it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This straight one is 5, but taking it from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, there are 2 carbons here, so I have this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my longest. This happens to be 5, whereby this particular one happens to be 6. And also, if I also take it this way, if I take it this way, so this is going to be 4. This is going to be 4, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is still not the longest. But the longest here is this guy here, from here to this place. So that is the longest carbon atom. So, and counting it again, that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6. And okay, if I want to number this, I will number starting from the carbon atom attached to the functional group. So my numbering is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now looking at this, now this my double bond is attached to which carbon? Is attached to this first carbon. The double bond is attached to the first carbon. Okay, So if the triple bond rather, the triple bond is attached to the first carbon, and I have 6 carbons here, so that makes it X or 1 hexyne. So that makes it 1 hexyne, as you can see. So after having my general name as 1 hexyne, then what are the substituents attached? The substituents attached are, I have one CH3 here and another CH3 here, as you can see. One CH3 there, then another CH3 here. So this first CH3 is attached to carbon number 3, and this CH3 is attached to carbon number 4. So I have the substituent name as 3,4-dimethyl, 3,4-dimethyl. Yeah, 3,4-dimethyl. So if I'm trying to, if I should combine the whole name together, and that is going to be 3,4-dimethyl, 3,4-dimethyl 1 hexyne, 3,4-dimethyl 1 hexyne, or probably you call it 3,4-dimethyl X1-ine. So that's the name of this compound. If this video is helpful to you, if you really enjoyed this video, please do well to give us a like, give us a nice comment, then share this video to other students. And if you have any other question you want us to help you to solve, either in chemistry or in mathematics, please do well to let us know under the comment section. Bye.